Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.
Hey guys, it's Natalie. We made it to Unit 3. Now we're on Chapter 3.1. How did the rise of extremism affect international relations? So, to start off, the impact of the Great Depression on political ideologies. So, the Great Depression was basically it started in the United States in 1929 when the stock market crashed and it quickly spread everywhere. Many countries relied on trade with the US, so when America's demand dropped, a lot of other countries' like economies also collapsed. Factories shut down, people lost jobs, and governments like had no money to help anybody because like the market crashed. This caused a lot of fear and anger within people. There was unemployment, poverty, hunger, and like a lot of people were frustrated and they stopped trusting their leaders and started looking for extreme ideas to fix their problem. This led to people turning into radical political groups like the Nazis in Germany or the fascists in Italy. These groups promised strong leadership, national pride, and solutions in a fast manner. And as more people supported them, the extremist political parties grew in power throughout Europe and Asia. The impact of the rise of dictatorships on relations between powers. So by the 1930s, countries like Germany, Italy, Japan, and the USSR were all ruled by dictators, which meant it was like leaders that controlled everything from the media to like propaganda. They would do anything to stay in power, like they controlled literally like everything. And this made international relations worsen. Germany was under Hitler's rule. They were scared that its neighbors were breaking past agreements and growing their army. France and Britain, which once tried to stay friendly with Britain, were now more worried and preparing for war because of Hitler's like ambitions. And then we also have Italy under Mussolini, which supported Germany and saw them like as an idol almost. And like they invaded weaker countries like Ethiopia. Then we have Japan, who also became a military dictatorship under Inoku Tojo, I think, and began expanding its territory in Asia, especially after invading Manchuria in 1931. So, as the dictatorships became more aggressive, trust between the countries disappeared, and so all the hard work that they made to bring peace back was like crumbling apart. And Britain and France feared Hitler's moves, and the USSR feared being isolated, and everyone prepared for possible conflicts. And yeah. Then we have foreign responses to the civil war in Spain. Well, Spain was having its own political chaos during this time. They had many years of disagreement between different political groups. The country broke out into civil war in 1936 because of these disagreements. One side was the Republicans, who included liberals, socialists, and communists, and the other side were nationalists, which was led by Francisco Franco, who supported the fascist ideas. Other countries started getting involved. Hitler and Mussolini helped Francisco Franco by sending troops and weapons, and they wanted another fascist country in Europe. The USSR helped the Republican side because they were fighting against fascism. And meanwhile, during all this time, Britain and France tried to stay out the war, even though people in their countries, like the citizens of Britain and France, had strong opinions about it. The Spanish Civil War became more than just Spain's problem, and it was a big battle between fascism and communism, which made the world even more divided and, like, only brought World War II closer and closer. Then we have the aims and impacts of Hitler's expansionist policies. Hitler had, like, 5 big goals, which was to undo the Treaty of Versailles, get back the land that Germany lost after World War I, build a strong army, navy, and air force, unite all the German-speaking people, and expand to get more land, which was his idea was Lebensraum, which meant living space. So from the years of 1934 to 1938, Hitler took steps to reach these goals, like growing their military when they were supposed to be demilitarized, and in 1935, he brought back conscription to build a bigger army, which broke a whole part of the Treaty of Versailles. And then in 1936, they also made deals with the Anglo-German naval agreement and sent troops into the Rhineland, which were just really risky and brought more tensions. Hitler made a promise that he was peaceful, but his real goal was to make Germany stronger and more powerful and like essentially like take over everything. And other nations like watched, but they didn't act in time, and his success made war in Europe a lot more likely. So, to finish off, all these events made the world more dangerous and less peaceful. As countries stopped trusting each other and the dictatorships grew stronger, another world war became almost inevitable. That's all. Thanks for watching this video.